coming. I'm so glad that you're here in the room. You're in the room. And we are doing Call Me Cora. Now, you know, before we get started, we have a little Cora chat. So I can tell y'all all that has been going on. Today, I was supposed to have my lightings and all of my things together, but unfortunately someone passed away and the producer needed to be at the funeral for that. So our prayers go out to the officer that was lost here in Dallas and their family. But be that as it may, the show must go on, so your girl just had to come on here anyway. Even though we don't have the lighting perfect, we do have the lighting, okay? And so you can see your girl. And even though I've been walking in the sun, so my melanin is coming out strong, God is still able, to keep us from falling. Before we begin, I do want to go ahead and sing you the welcome song. So I'm trying to figure out where my music is playing from, y'all. Truth be told. So if it looks like Cora is stalling, that is absolute truth, because I'm having a trouble, a trouble indeed finding out where, there it is. Okay. So we're going to do this welcome song for you before we begin. So this is for the new boos. And if you're a new boo, this is for you. And if you're a crew boo, you already know what to do, okay? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. I say, welcome, welcome to my room. Welcome, welcome to my room. Welcome, welcome to my room. We welcome you to my room. Welcome, welcome to my room. Welcome, welcome to my room. Welcome, welcome to my room. We welcome you. The CJC crew welcomes you to my room. Ba-dum, boom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, we're so glad that you are here on this cruise line for tonight. You are a crew boo. So if you're on the crew, that means you're a homie, you're my guy, you're my boy, you're my brother, probably my son out there. Homie, what's up, crew? That's the crew. If you're a boo, you're my girl, my home girl, my chick, my daughter, my sister, my friend. Some of you all probably think I'm your best friend in your head. All of the things. You're a boo. And we put that together and we make it the crew boo. Sometimes things get a little rocky, while we're on this cruise, but that's all right. That's all right. We have a ferocious warrior that's going to get us through the cruise. We have a crew boo, somebody that stayed on the cruise in spite of the shakiness that may come about. Okay, listen. So my life has been really great. I am enjoying this natural hair journey, okay? I feel like Olashi looks better than she's looked ever today, okay? And to be honest with you, what I used was Live, okay? I have been watching Nay, Curls by Nay, I think her name is on Instagram, but I've been watching her, and I am late, like I said, to the game, but homegirl has it down, okay? She has it down. So I've been watching natural hair videos because I feel like if you're going to start a journey and you're going to do something, that you need to do it and you need to study yourself, okay? So I've been studying myself, and I low-key have been using Live. Do you all remember Live in the red and white bottle? There it is. What's up? Do you all remember Liv, your granny and your grandmama used to get that white cream Liv out the red and white jar, and they would just slather you down, and you looked like you came from, you know, an Indian tribe. The curls would just be so blessed and highly favored on your head. Do you remember Liv? Okay, Dalen, you remember Liv, okay? Rev says we want the water song. Okay, that's going to be coming up next. Okay, we'll do the water song after that. Do you remember, Leah? That is what I have been that is what I've been using, and it has blessed my curl pattern life. Okay, we're still going to just continue this journey. The other thing that I have learned is the patience that is required when you're on this natural hair journey is that of the patience of a hibernating bear. I would imagine maybe a butterfly, but then again, I don't even know how long a butterfly is you know, waiting in the cocoon to become something great. But let me tell you, if you are wanting to be in the natural hair journey, one, you're going to have the patience of Jesus, okay? Whether it be finding a natural hair place to go to, or whether it be waiting for your hair to dry, you're going to have to ask Jesus to instill the patience for your crown, okay, in a real way. That's what I have learned. I have learned that as well, that you need to dry your hair, because if you don't dry your hair, you will have a fro, a bushy, frizzy fro. And look, it may be cute if you brush that thing out and maybe, you know, do what you need to do to it. Maybe it'll be cute, but it's not what you was going for. And I don't want you to do all of the twisting and all of the things and then not dry your hair and be mad when you have to comb and brush out your curls and wear your hair as a fro, even though everybody's going to love it. And they are going to say that this is the best look that you've had ever with your natural hair. That wasn't the look you was going for. All right. I'm not talking about me per se. Maybe I am talking about me, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is it's important for you to dry your hair. Okay. It's a little core chat for the natural hair journey that we're going through. The other thing is when I'm on my program, I don't have to work out, right? And so I've been just like eating every 2 to 3 hours and like just chilling, right? And so when I'm not working out, my body be like, oh, we chilling. And so getting back motivated to walking again and working out again can be very difficult for me. Maybe I'm by myself, but I know there are some people. Yep, I see you. I see. I see you. I see you over here with me. It can be difficult, okay, to get back on the hill. Okay, get back on the hill per se. And so what I do is I break up my walks. So I still want to get my 3 miles in, but I can't do that all at one time just yet. Okay, I got to build myself back up to the motivation of we're going to be out here walking 3 miles collectively all at once. And so I build up to the collective unit. Okay, so 15-minute, a mile and a half, 15-minute, another mile and a half. However long it takes you to walk a mile and a half. Break it up. Maybe you don't need to break up 3 miles. Maybe you need to break up 1. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say that you know, are out here needing to break up 3 miles? Maybe you not. Okay, maybe you need to break up your 1 mile. Maybe you need to break up your half a mile. You know, wherever you're at, whatever level you're at, all I'm saying is sometimes you got to break that thing up. So I've been breaking the thing up and walking, you know, getting a walk in every every couple of hours or so, I'll go out and finish my walk. So that's a little Coach Cora tip extra early before we get to Coach Cora tips. But that's just what's going on in my life. I've been walking with my natural hair, and I've been living my best life, and it's been wonderful. And I hope that you all are doing well as well. So for those who have walked in, the water song was requested. So September check-in, get your water in, come on and drink your water. Yes, that is the water jingle. It is brought to you by the top of my head, okay, written by me, sung by me, okay, audio originally made by me. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. So if you happen to hear that little jingle on somebody else's water check-in, let them know you heard it from Cole first, okay? Cole dropped it first. September check-in. Get your water in. Come on and drink your water. We did August check-in. Yes, that was me. I did it first. Don't you let people out here make you think they came up with that jingle. They did not come up with that jingle. I came up with that jingle. Okay, and yes, there will be an October check-in. Get your water in. Come on and drink your water. Yes, there will be. So if you were just wondering, will she be doing this and bothering us about drinking water in October? Yes, I will be bothering you daily, except for Sunday, because rest on it, okay? But still drink your water on Sunday. Just know that you're not getting no check-in on Sunday, because I'm resting on bothering you on Sunday, okay? I think even the telemarketers don't call you on Sunday, okay? We just let y'all rest on it. Rest on it. But drink your water on Sunday too, okay? You have a gallon almost done. Me too, child. I'm almost done with my gallon. Listen. Okay, so now we just going to get into it. We're going to get into the show, okay? Ferocious Warrior of the Day. This is a special edition. It's supposed to be a Monday edition, but it's a Thursday edition. But it is a 2-hour edition nonetheless. And the reason why it's a 2-hour edition, because we're going to do a very intricate Q&A. So I'm going to be bringing some people in live to ask me a question, not to promote their businesses or what they're doing, but to ask a question during the Q&A portion. And I also have a list of questions as well that people have sent me that I will be answering in addition to, okay? Come on and be finished with your water, Mika. Okay, we're almost there. You know what? Let me actually get my bottle of water before we begin. Anyhow, let me grab my bottle. I have my large bottle, and what I do is I pour my large bottle water into a smaller bottle, so then I feel like I'm drinking more bottles than I am drinking, but it's really just a gallon. It's a gallon of water a day. So, okay. So the Ferocious Warrior of the Day, we're going to do double for your trouble. When we do a Thursday 2-hour edition, I like to do 2 Ferocious Warriors and 2 Crew Boos of the Day. So we got 2 Ferocious Warriors of the Day. One of them you probably, well, both of them you know, but Ferocious Warrior of the Day gives us an opportunity to celebrate someone who's doing something great in the community or has done something great in the community for the community, whether they are young, old, male, or female. We celebrate them, whether they are living or gone home to glory. We celebrate them. So this first Ferocious Warrior of the Day is going to Nicole Tucker. Hold on. Let me share the story. Doo-doo-doo. Nicole Tucker is the mother of this beautiful, cute little boy, Mason. Okay. Mason is seen in his picture, his photo, his school picture for today with his mask on. Okay. And what I absolutely just love about it, I know y'all can't see it on the TV because I can't find the remote, but you can, I'm gonna put all of the stories in the description when we are done, so don't you worry, you'll be able to look at it. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can see little Tucker, little Mason Tucker on his photo with his mask on. The reason why I love him, and he is a ferocious warrior of the day, is because the system tried to oppress him, tried to tell him to take his mask off, okay? And he was like, what? Nope, my mama said keep my mask on, and they was like, it's fine, you can take your mask off for the picture. And he said, listen, I always listen to my mommy. Okay, now take this picture and get this mask, okay, because this mask is giving, okay? This mask, actually, my mother picked this mask out because it matches my top, okay? This mask is giving 2021 school picture vibes. And if you were current, then you would be a part of the trend that's going on around here, but you're not current. That's what this picture is giving. This picture is giving me my mom is not playing games with y'all at this school. She is not kidding around. This picture is giving my mom will take all of my tablet, all of my TV, all of my technology privileges if I do not keep this mask on. It is giving life, okay? And it is giving me, I am happy to listen to my mama. So for Nicole and for Mason, we give you all the ferocious warrior of the day because I am here for it, okay? Okay, listen here. Immense Butte, I am here for it. That is what it is giving. And they have done a GoFundMe. And let me tell you something. This picture and this story has made $27,000. Their goal was just $7, y'all. They was just trying to raise $7. There's a message in that. Woo, there's a message in that if you let it minister to you, huh? Go ahead and let it minister to you. There's a message. They were only looking for $7. Just, you know, a little jokety joke, okay? You know, let Mason know that y'all support him and his mask. You know, let him get some ice cream, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, and celebrate this baby. And not only did he make more than $7, he made $20,000 more than what he was expecting. I just want to let you be blessed sometime today. Hold on, sorry. I want you to be blessed sometime today. I hope the sound don't go out. So Instagram, let me know if the sound go out because I know sometimes the sound be tripping. I want you to be blessed on today that what you asked for, you may not get. But what you gonna get is more than what you asked for. My God. I'm going to say that again slower so you can catch it. What you asked for, you may not get. But what you gonna get is more than what you asked for. Ain't it awesome? Isn't it irreversibly blessed? Isn't it? Oh, y'all can't hear me. Oh, man. The sound went out. So I'm going to have to go out and come back in. Y'all, hold on. Help is on the way. Hold on. If y'all go out and come back in, can you hear me? I just want to make sure before I close it down. I just want to make sure before I close it down. Can you hear me now? Because there is a red microphone going off and on. Okay, no. All right, we're going out. We're going out. Hold on, Facebook and YouTube. Technical difficulties on the Instagram. Call me Cora. Take one. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Come on in. Come back in. Tell a friend when you come back in. Tell a friend when you come back in. Tell a friend when you come back in. Oh, you know what? I know where my remote is. Hold tight, y'all. She'll be back. She'll be back getting her remote so y'all can see the TV. I'm live to the... Okay. So, oh man, why do I keep getting... I hope the sound don't go out. Hold on. It seemed like every time I get a call, the sound goes out. So, Instagram, let me know. Let me know. Every time I get a phone call, and I put my phone on do not disturb, y'all. So if that's going to be your next comment. Okay. So let me put the TV on so Instagram can see our full production, YouTube and Facebook. Because it's a whole thing. It's a whole vibe going on. Okay. So as I said, you know, what you was looking for, you may not get. But what you gonna get is more than what you was looking for. That's all I was trying to say before I got so rudely interrupted. Okay. Now, those were our two ferocious warriors of the day. Mason and Nicole Tucker. They are rock stars out here making mad cash on behalf of listening skills and obedience, huh? God is going to give it to you because of your obedience. We're not even at the it was a faith for me portion, but I just feel a pull on me. God is going to give it to you because of your obedience. So sometimes we feel like we're not deserving, or we shouldn't get it, or we shouldn't have it. But in reality, God is giving it to you when you put yourself in a posture to obey. That baby was obedient. And we don't know the background story of what they need, but I know that they needed more than $7. You know, in your heart, you may be thinking it's a joke, but the Lord, he's going to make you laugh for real. I preached that one time. God's going to make you laugh because sometimes you feel like you done counted yourself out of a miracle. You counted yourself out of a promise. You counted yourself out of deserving something bigger and something greater. And God shows up and says, no, you didn't count yourself out. I counted you in. And I counted you in for more than what you counted yourself out for. You counted yourself out. I count you in. Listen, it blessed me, the ferocious warrior of the day. Yes. Coach Cora tips. The Coach Cora tips. I am going to just reiterate what I said at our earlier date, and that is break it up, okay? If you need to break it up, break it up. Break your walks up, break your water up. If you are afraid of having to go to the restroom all night, let me zoom in a little bit more, zoom for y'all, Instagram. If you're afraid of going to the restroom in the middle of the night, don't be a guzzler. Don't be a guzzler. Try to finish all of your water 2 hours before you are going to go to sleep. So that will prevent you from having to go to the bathroom all throughout the night. If you are going to drink some water before you go to bed, try not to drink any more than 8 ounces of water. It's good for your organs. It's good for rest and different things like that before going to sleep, but you just don't want to guzzle. Like you look up and you see it's 5 o'clock and you ain't got all your water done. So now you're going to guzzle a whole bunch of water and then be mad at your body when you go into the bathroom all night long. All night. Yeah. All night. That's your bad. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are trying to stop drinking water at least 2 hours before bed and no more than 8 ounces right before bed. That is your Coach Cora tip. Now, for old time's sake, and because I am, always going to celebrate the fat girl in me every now and again, let me hip you off to something proper like, okay? So what I got was a waffle stuffer maker, and it is awesome. I love it. You can stuff your waffle with anything that you think of. I have done eggs and special bacon, but today I did a mini cinnamon roll. And I just want you all to know that it blessed the children in this home. It blessed them. And so that is your fat girl tip for old time's sake. Put a little cinnamon roll in the middle of your batter for your waffle, and let that be great. And or let's say you don't have a waffle stuffer because you sitting at home like, did she just give us a tip for a waffle stuffer? Listen, it's all right. It's all right. Stick with me, okay? Just stick with me. I'm going to bless you wherever you're at, okay? Whatever level. You can do this with pancakes as well. My God, don't say I never did anything for you, okay? You can do this for the pancakes as well. Put your little mini cinnamon roll in your pan. Just flatten it a little. Flip it on both sides for about a minute. And then pour your pancake batter over that cinnamon roll and flip. And you got you a cinnamon roll pancake. Don't say I never did anything for you. Okay? All right. All right. I just want to make sure that you know that I did something for you today. Okay? Blessed you today. Honestly. Next up after Coach Cora tips is TV with Cora. And honestly, I have been watching TV. I have been watching this show called Squid Game. I think that's the name of it. My daughter asked me if she could watch it, but it's rated TVMA. So I told her I will watch it, and then I will let her know if she can watch it. And so far, she can't watch it without me for sure. But we're deciding on whether she can watch it at all. We're trying to figure that out. So I've been watching that, and what it really is, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of 3%, but it seems like that kind of thing, only 10 times worse than 3%. Like you're playing games, but they're not games where you get to live. If you're eliminated, you're eliminated from the game. Like eliminated. Like for real. So I've been watching that, and that disappoints me. I watched the first episode of Married at First Sight, and I am not feeling good about these couples in this matching at all. And so we'll see. I'm gonna be catching up with that some more as well. And I watched and finished. Hold on. Hold your breath. I'm about to lose a whole lot of saints. Should I even say? It's a TV show. It's a TV show. Everybody hold your breath. I've been watching Lucifer. I did. I started watching Lucifer to see what all of the fuss was about, and people's thoughts as it pertains to the background of Lucifer. What does that really come from? What are people really thinking about? And it's a TV show, okay? So I don't breathe in a lot. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Oh, I should let the saints see live for a minute, okay? Okay? Y'all just see live and don't send me to hell very fast. I know that you want to send me there. I'm just asking, could you put me in coach as opposed to first class? I know the saints are sending me to hell, straight to hell. I understand. That's all right. It's a TV show. And just like we watch scary movies and we watch scary things, like I was just going to figure out what is the big fuss about. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Their ideas, their thoughts, their conclusion was the idea that there is redemption after sin. There's redemption after failure. There's redemption even for those who have made it to hell. For someone who has full knowledge of not being perfect and not being the ideal person, it was comforting to watch redemption come in a way that offered what we know love to be redeeming, love to be covering. And I enjoyed the concept of what they were working for when it came to that. And so I watched that, and now The Good Doctor is back. The Resident is back. October about to blink, and we about to be in Blacklist again. Ooh, your girl is excited. Your girl is ready. So TV with Cora is about to be a real thing. It's about to be a real thing. Okay. I don't know how many people I lost, but I love y'all. Okay. Be great. Okay, so after TV with Cora, then we get into It Was Funny to Me. And that is when I share with you all what was funny to me. It may not have been funny to you, but it was funny to me. And most of the time, that was me either with my kids and or prepping for the show. So as I was prepping for the show and thinking about telling you all that I watched Lucifer, I imagined all of the saints that gasped for breath and held their pearls and put their hand behind their head. And then I imagine saints who just went into immediate prayer and began to speak in tongues on behalf of me. I imagine saints who got a deep breath because they were wanting and interested in the show as well and wanting to hear my review and take on it. I imagine people who were going straight to my page to unfollow and block me. And I decided to tell you all anyway, because that's just the kind of person I am. So, you know, we're out here. And Nadia, you know, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. As I told you, sometimes on the cruise, things gets a little shaky and people jump off. You know, they jump off, and that's all right. That's all right, because I am okay with it. Okay, I'm okay with it. So it was funny to me. It was funny to me thinking of the reactions of the people of God when it came to me telling y'all that I was watching Lucifer, but it may not have been funny to you. I am seeing a "we can't hear you" again on Instagram. But meanwhile, I've been talking for some time. So I don't know when that happened. When did you all stop hearing me? And can you hear me? Or is that's from an old video? Can you all hear me on Instagram? I don't know. Let me unmute.
When did you all stop hearing me?
No, you can. I can hear me. I can hear me hearing you. All right. We can hear each other. All right. Everything's good. Everything's good. So yeah, that was funny to me. Do I have any funny stories with the kids this week? Not. Okay. So yes, I do. I don't know if it is difficult for you all to wake up your children for school, but it is the most difficult thing for me to wake up my kids for school. My children sleep through the loudest alarm setting I could find. There isn't another more scary wake you up sound on the alarm. I have tried roosters. I tried Ben 10, Ben 10, Ben 10. They sleep through it as if to say that I need to get their hearing checked. I mean, honestly, I'm worried at this point that something may really be going wrong. I don't even know. I went to wake up my son the other day and literally got him dressed while he was sleeping through the loudest alarm. I took his pajamas off. I put his jeans on. I put his t-shirt on. I walked him to the bathroom. Before he actually woke up, I was putting a toothbrush in his mouth when he finally came to. And what was funny to me is of a myriad of things. One, that he slept through the loudest alarm of life. But two, that it took me quicker actually to get him dressed, sleep, than it does when I actually wake him up and ask him to get ready. So I am I am going to kind of adopt this new practice of just, sweeping him up and getting him dressed and waking him up when we put the toothbrush in his mouth, because when it's just him, I am waiting for 15, 20 minutes for him to come out, be delivered from the sleep spirit. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it for my benefit because it works for me. And so that was another. It was funny to me. May not have been funny to you, but I'm going to use it. This baby slept straight on through me getting him fully dressed. Now it is time for the song of the day. And the song of the day kind of prepares us for the It Was Funny to Me. My song of the day, what has been in my heart? God is able. God is able. God is able. And He won't fail. God is able. God is able. God is able, and He won't fail. No, He won't fail. He won't fail. He won't fail. My God won't fail. God is able. God is able. God is able, and He won't fail. That's been the song in my heart today. Let's go into our devotional. Baby, baby, baby. Our devotional is brought to you today by My God Today. It is written by Dr. Lori Kroon. You can get it at My God Today or Amazon or anywhere books are sold. My God Today is a devotional that is for people who are a little ratchet, but God knows our heart. And we love this devotional. We do this devotional every time I am before you. I do something from this devotional. So let's get into it. It says, have you ever been in a situation where you were immature? Perhaps you were a fully grown adult, but your mama was still the one calling to set up your doctor's appointments. Maybe you kept getting your phone cut off because you kept tricking off your money at the mall without a budget. Perhaps someone tried to give you a bit of constructive criticism and you went completely off the deep end in response. Maybe somebody told you no and you literally pitched a fit until you got your way. It sounds like you were being a baby. Here, recently we see that the term adulting has risen to popularity. Adulting is basically an action verb that means you are actually doing the things that an adult would do. Usually when someone says they are adulting, it is when they are doing something that they don't particularly prefer to do, but must do in order to keep things in their life from falling apart. Did you know that spiritual adulting is a thing? That's right. When you are new in your faith, you are like a baby, and that's fine. You are learning and growing, and just like a baby, no one expects you to know everything or be very strong. As a spiritual baby, even the things you learn must be simplified like milk. A baby can't eat steak, and that's okay. The problem comes, however, when we become complacent with being a baby forever. Spiritual adulting comes when you refuse to stop growing up in God. There will come a time when you will be expected to feed others, and babies can't do that. Boom. The end, right? You was expecting some extra. We're going to go to Hebrews 12 and 15. That's going to be your extra. Hebrews 12 and 15 says, oh wait, that may not have been it. 5 and 12, sorry. 5 and 12. Hebrews 5 and 12 says, For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Let me read it in the New King James, in the NIV version, Hebrews 5 and 12. In the NIV version says, in fact, though by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you the elementary truths of God's word all over again. You need milk, not solid food. And so you all already know what I love about this text. What I love about this text is it is both a rebuke, but also a measurement of where we're supposed to be spiritually. This devotional in general is requiring you to examine where you are spiritually, and is your spirit in a place that can help you maintain and sustain the support and success of sustainability and stability in your life. Because when I'm eating of something spiritually that I am not ready for, then I'm trying to digest something that I have not been called to digest. When I am trying to eat on something too soon or too prematurely or too quickly, then I will end up choking on something that was meant to just challenge me, not kill me. When we put ourselves in a position to take on too much that we are not ready for, then we end up putting ourselves in a position to gain pride and not patience, to gain an ego that says, I can do this, I can eat this, I can handle this, I can move in this way, when you really need to sit down. You need to sit down and take a pause and not be so impulsive in your, because that is what happens when we're eating too much, and then you end up spitting up because you've taken on in a way that is going to be proven successful for you, in a way that is going to help you grow and develop, in a way that's going to help you move forward, in a way that's going to help you be stronger, in a way that's going to help build integrity, in a way that's going to help build you and build your mind and build your heart and build your spirit and build you as a person. It is easy to eat from a place where you are not full. It went out Facebook and YouTube, but we should be gearing back up. It said that I needed to try again, so it says I'm still live. So I think that we're okay. And so I want you to put yourself in a position to ask yourself spiritually, am I eating too much? Am I eating too little? Is it time for me to move to something a little more solid? Because what milk is doing is milk is telling you what level you're on. If you need something that is more than just milk, if you need something that's a little more solid, you're going to have to examine where you are spiritually. It's just like adulting. When we say we're adulting, there are conditions to adulting, whether it's I'm paying my own bills, I got my own house, I'm taking care of my kids, I'm taking care of somebody else's kids. I am adulting. There are conditions to my adulting. So when you consider spiritual adulting, if you are a spiritual adult, and I would hope that if you have spiritual children, that you are a spiritual adult and you are not out here only able to feed your children milk, only able to feed your children at a level of insufficient substance, then you are a child and not an adult. Spiritually needing to ask yourself, where am I spiritually? And what are those conditions? When I say I am a spiritual adult, what are the conditions to me being a spiritual adult? Does that mean I spend 30 minutes with God? Does that mean I spend every day with God? Does that mean that I just go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays and I don't spend any more time in my word outside of that? Where do I need to go back to the beginning and build myself up again because I jumped in eating steak and I need to go back to drinking milk? Or have I been drinking milk for too long that I've spoiled myself spiritually? And so I feel like I'm strong, but really I'm just full of spoiled milk because I've spoiled myself spiritually by taking on milk, taking on milk, taking on milk, taking on milk. And I vomited all of this milk because it's not substance anymore for me. Where are you spiritually? If you're a spiritual adult, what are the conditions to that spiritual adulting? By now, the text says, by now we should be teachers. By now you should be able to teach someone else, but you don't know what level you're at. So you have to examine yourself and say, what level am I at spiritually? Because if it's milk, then that means I'm spending the bare minimum. Milk is the bare minimum is basically what the text is saying. Like, y'all been eating meat and y'all need to go back to milk. Okay, it was exclamations. It was an exclamation point. You need milk, not solid food. So when you examine yourself, ask yourself, what do I need at this stage spiritually? Have I been giving myself milk, but I'm in a meaty situation? Oh, that's good. Have I been feeding myself milk wisdom, low quality wisdom? I'm talking to Friends I never got wisdom from before. I'm talking to people I never deemed a good counsel before. What am I feeding myself milk, but I'm in a meaty situation talking to milky people when I need meaty people to talk to? I'm around and surrounding myself with milky people when I need meaty surroundings and meaty people to hold me up and to pray for me. What am I doing in this stage in my life? What do I need as a spiritual adult? What do my spiritual friends look like? What does my spiritual parents look like? What does that relationship with my spiritual parents look like? What is the season that I am in? Because maybe right now, my relationship with my spiritual parent is something different. My relationship with my spiritual friends or friends that I can connect with spiritually is different. But you have to be able to ask yourself, what are the conditions if I'm a spiritual adult? If I am an adult, and I've been adulting and I expect to be treated as an adult, when I am spiritual, what level am I at? What level am I at spiritually? What level am I going spiritually? How can I move and operate spiritually? How can I grow spiritually? Should I upgrade my lifestyle to fit what I'm asking for from God spiritually? It's the faith for me. And so I want you to ask yourself those things. That is it was the faith for me portion. There it is, Carolyn. What do I need as a spiritual adult? Have I even considered that concept? I didn't even consider spiritual adulting. I didn't even consider where I am spiritually. I didn't even consider what I should look like spiritually. All of these things are things that I need to be considering. What should I look like as a spiritual adult? What are those conditions? What are those things? And am I doing them? If I know what I'm supposed to look like as a spiritual adult, then my next question is, am I doing that? Am I expecting something from myself, but not putting in the work to make sure that what I'm expecting is manifested? If you have thought of this, then you need to consider, am I doing that? Am I doing the things I need to do for the conditions that I have set for being a spiritual adult? Am I saying the things I need to say? Am I reading the things I need to read? Am I researching the things I need to be researching? Am I around the people I need to be around? Am I gaining the people that I need to be gaining? Am I telling people what I need? What am I doing to make sure that I am not just here, but I am effectively here? Okay. And so I want you to ask yourself those questions. It was the faith for me. That is the end of that segment. And now we are just going to go into our goody time, goody time, goody time. It is time for goody time, goody time. Ba-da-ba. Okay, so I already opened up my first box because I just couldn't wait to open it. And we have had them on here before, but it's the Sarcastic Cosmetics line. We're so excited. This is the girl. You're going to love what's inside. Wear it how you say it. Sarcastic Cosmetic line. It came with like so many different lip glosses. I saw her reel on the different lip glosses and I was like, oh snap, I've got to get those ASAP. And so I did. I went online and I got it ASAP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, one for every day of the week. Huh? A lip gloss for every day of the week. Huh? But what I was not expecting from Sarcastic Cosmetics after I had bought this box was me a bag, y'all. Look, she sent me a bag too. She sent me a bag. Clearly you nosy. Sarcastic Cosmetics, so I can organize my makeup and things. And she didn't just send me one bag. She sent me 2 bags, y'all. She sent me 2 bags. Oh, God. Don't touch my stuff, okay? Don't touch my makeup. Don't touch nothing that's in this bag. Don't touch it. It's mine. It belongs to me. Yes. I love it. 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 Thank you so much, Sarcastic Cosmetics, for your beautiful, beautiful gift and your glosses. I love them. This is from Paulette Harper. Paulette Harper sent her book to Cora. Okay, here we go. This must be where her Instagram is. You're such a blessing in so many ways. The Instagram is Paulette Harper 1. So somebody put that in for me. Paulette Harper 1. Paulette Harper, HARPER, the number 1. Paulette Harper. She has wrote Resilience in Hard Times. Now, it is a #1 Amazon.com bestseller. And I know that you are out there. Some of you may be going through a hard time, and I am not exempt from hard times. I am going through a hard time as well, and I need resilience. I need someone who can say me too. I need sometimes when I'm going through a hard time, someone to be able to grab my hand and say, hey, I got a story to tell you that's going to help you to get through your hard time. And it looks like this is Resilience in Hard Times, and it's not just a story for just one woman, but there are several stories of women who have learned how to survive and pivot in their most troubling times. I'm very, very, very excited about reading this book. You all go ahead and follow Paulette Harper. Go and get her book. It is autographed by the author, and I am excited. Resilience While Waiting. She bookmarked that chapter for me, so I'm going to start with that and then go back and start reading some more. This is going to be a really great read. I'm very, very excited about it. Thank you so much, Paulette Harper. All right, this Call Me Cora is also brought to you by Michelle Tamiko Hardy. Michelle Tamiko Hardy. Her Instagram is Michelle Tamiko Hardy. That's Michelle, regular spelling, Michelle, Tamiko, Tamiko, Hardy, Hardy. That is her Instagram. And she has also sent a book. This is called Beautiful Magical Things. Miss L's Basement of Beautiful Magical Things. Readers to a place of not only authenticity, but in some instances, hilarity. Michelle Hardy's book is all about relationships, friendships, an era that is still treasured through the eyes of the beholder, a bit of drama squeezed into the crease of each page. You will find this book brings even more intrigue because it will come true right before your very eyes. Very exciting, Michelle Tamiko Hardy. Very exciting, beautiful, magical things. Look, y'all are giving me some good stories to read. Y'all are giving me some good stories to read. This Does it have a name? Oh, wait. Yes, JS Enterprise. JS Enterprise. It's got feathers and things. All right. Instagram is at Sarah Lois, Lois, Sarah with an H, LOIS.co is the Instagram. A young French designer. I created a shoe jewelry brand, which is used to embellish your favorite shoes. Be her American girls would like to see my work. Oh, wonderful. Maybe, oh, there it is. Maybe the American girls would like to see my work. Thank you very much for the love. Hi, Tuga.
Hi.
Say hi to the people since you're in here giving them a little dance.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody from Tuga. Okay, these are shoe embellishments.
Why isn't this
that you can add to like your chucks and things.
Why isn't this
careful too?
Showing me.
Oh, look at that, y'all. So I could clip it or chain it to my chucks. That is super cool.
Finally, I'm on the TV.
Too good. Back up off my chair.
Okay, I sit on it.
Okay, let's look at this other one.
Why is it so quiet?
Because I cut it down because I am taping and don't need an echo. Okay, we got two in here. I love the packaging. It's so dramatized. Y'all see the packaging? So dramatized. Love that. Love these. Oh, that is super cute. I'm here for it. I believe these could be even waist beads. Yep. I am here for it. Super cute. Love them a lot. Again, if you want some waist beads or a shoe embellishment, check out sarahlois.co. That's Sarah, SARAH, Lois, LOIS.co to get you some shoe embellishment and some waist beads, it looks like, as well. To the exit stage left.
Exit stage right.
Stage right then. Exit.
It's my
Okay, this is also brought to you by Dratona Maddox.
Hey, bye. I'm right on the hoverboard.
Feels like another author. Yep. Dratona Maddox. Send us a book. Lola's daughter. Let's see if we got an Instagram.
We didn't say happy birthday to Chamberlain.
We will in just a little bit. You know what? Let's do it right here.
Yeah, no.
Today is my nephew Chamberlain Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday, Chamberlain. We stopped the show to say happy birthday, Chamberlain. We stopped the show to say happy birthday, Chamberlain. Happy birthday. We love you, Chamberlain. You say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right. Now you can exit. Okay, I'm going to look and see if she put an Instagram, because she's got a QR code. She's got a QR code in here, but I'm hoping that she wrote her Instagram name on the card. No. Oh, wow. Thank you for your willingness to showcase my book on your platform. This book is my first ever self-published book processing the suicide loss of my mother. She died when I was 4 years old. This book helped me give voice to the pain of losing her. I need to share as I had experienced the loss. It is the first ever children's book written to help kids process suicide loss. It serves as a tool to help adults start the conversation with young suicide loss survivors. Again, thank you, Dratona. All right, well, that's her QR code. So I'm going to put that up, and you all screenshot that so that you can scan it later to follow her. All right. That's 1, 2, 3.
Mommy, can we get breakfast burritos for dinner?
No, there's still pizza in there.
Oh. But
okay, this is from the Goddess collection. Sending some more tea. Some more herbal tea. I like it. I like it a lot. And I love, again, what I love about the Goddess collection is that they're going to send you your information. Everything you need to steep it. Everything you need to take care of it. What it's going to help. Things to avoid while you're doing it. Drinking the tea. All of that. I love it. I love it a lot. Baby Boom Supreme. This blend is a stronger Baby Boom Plus. And then there's a blend, a Baby Boom Plus that they sent as well. So thank you to the Goddess collection for these wonderful, wonderful teas. Okay, our last thing we're opening is from the Bold Lips Revolution. The Bold Lips Revolution. You can find them on Instagram as well. Hello, gorgeous. Okay, the Instagram is BLR Cosmetics, and my viewers can use the code BuddyCora for 15% off their purchase. Buddy, capital B, Cora, capital C, for 15% off of their purchase. You can go to Instagram at BLR Cosmetics and get you some lipsticks. Get you some lipsticks. This is Authority. That's their red. That's Authority. This is Grace. Grace. Put actually put on there. Yeah. Mixed very well with a chocolate or a hot pink. And this is Peace. Grace and peace could go well together as well. I love them. Moisturizing. Very nice. Rubs on easy. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you, BLR Cosmetics, for our coupon code as well. Y'all go and get you some lipsticks as well. Listen, the goodies today reminded us to be beautifully beat on today. Sarcastic Cosmetics and BLR Cosmetics together in one show. All right. So now it's time for the Q&A. Q&A is the time where you all can type in your questions and I will answer your questions as they come in. I'm also going to be taking in some questions live. So I think if you would like to come on live and ask me a question, you can do so on Instagram. We don't know how to do it yet on Facebook and YouTube, but we will figure that out at some point, I am sure. But if you are wanting to ask me a question on Instagram, you can do so by just putting in the plus sign or requesting to come on. And if you have any questions online, you can just ask them via on the air. We've got a question. If you got a question, put in your question. If you do not have a question, we're going to pray and get up out of here early. Because I don't have my iPad with my list of questions. I was supposed to have my list of questions, y'all, but I don't have my iPad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this Q&A. I'm sorry for this Q&A. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I think we got one question in. How old are you? I am 34 years old. I'm 34 years old. That was a simple one, y'all. That was a simple question. Give me something hard. Okay. Well, thank you. I don't feel very young, but okay, I'll take it. I'm not going to turn you down, you know. Definitely not going to do that. Okay. More. Can Ivy Elizabeth? Yeah. Or yeah, I'm guessing Eliabeth. Eliabeth? I don't think I've heard of a name like that. Eliabeth or Eliabeth. That's a very fancy name. Very fancy. Okay. Oh, we got a request. We going live. We're going live. What motivated you to start your weight loss journey? I will answer that after this live. Hello. You know you're going to have to come into the light before you be excommunicated. We don't be talking to the darkness. We don't do that. All right. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. You know what? That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Well, you know, we be trying to do something with the people, and then the people be in the dark, you know, and we can't be talking to the darkness in this season of my life. I can neither confirm nor deny the darkness. And then, you know, when they come out into the light, you can't be sure what is going to come into the light. And so, good day. I am sorry for this man. I'm sorry for this man. I'm sorry for this man. Okay. What motivated me to start my weight loss journey? Originally, what motivated me was God just telling me that I couldn't be praying for a healthy baby when I wasn't providing a healthy environment for my baby to grow in. And so I started my journey so that the enemy could stop using me being unhealthy as an accusation against me for why I wasn't receiving my promise yet. So I hit the ground running and was motivated by that, motivated by the miracles and promises God promised me to get healthy, not necessarily to lose weight, but just to get healthy. Listen, Demisha, I'm sorry. I am sorry for this man. I cannot. I can't. Y'all know good and well that light hit and we in some mess. Okay, who got time for it? Nobody. We ain't got time for it. Be ready. Be ready in season and out of season. In the dark, come out to the light. That's the season that we accept around here. Okay, we can't see in the cruise ship when it's dark, you know. What am I eating? I'm not eating anything right now. My jaws may look like I'm eating something, but I don't have anything that I'm eating right now. But I am on a program where I do eat. And if you're wanting to know what that program is, just DM me, you know, and I will DM you back. How did you lose all the weight? I lost all of the weight, a little bit of working out and eating healthy with my trainer, and a little bit of this program that I am on. And so collectively, it was healthy choices and healthy decisions. I did not get surgery. I am not against surgery. That just wasn't a route that I was willing to take. And so I decided to just go hard and start walking, start dancing, and all of the things. So that's what I'm doing. I love the natural look. What hair products do you use? Right now I'm using Live and Mael shampoo and conditioner right now. Oh, with a little cream of nature. I actually just mixed all of the shampoos together and all of the conditioners together, and I just use them. So cream of nature's conditioner with Mael's conditioner, I mix that together, and cream of nature's shampoo with Mael's shampoo, I mix that together too, and put it in a big pump bottle, and I use both of them, and they work just great, because I think that's what they really are doing with these products, is just, you know, mixing old stuff with new stuff. You add 3 things that's not added, it belongs to you. So that's what I do. I just mix it together and pray and, you know, ask the Lord to lead me in the natural direction that I need to take. You look great, and what a testimony. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm happy with where I am. That's an affirmation, huh? That's an affirmation for you to take, huh? You look really great every day on Instagram, and look forward to hearing you. Get your water in. Yes. You're so beautiful. I thank God for you. Thank you, Mary. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Okay, let me check over here to StreamYard. Do we have any questions? If you don't have spiritual parents to talk to, what do you suggest? I suggest you going to your church home and asking if there's any ministers or elders that offer mentoring, and start with a spiritual mentor and see if the relationship can develop from there. If there's a spiritual parent that you are thinking about that has really blessed you and delivered you, then most of the time the spiritual child reaches for the spiritual parent, and the spiritual parent then affirms that spiritual child through the voice of God on both sides. So there's that also. But I would just go to your church home and ask them if there's any ministers and elders that offer, or pastors that offer mentoring for you. Okay. What is your best way to deal with close haters in plain sight that don't think you see them in love? I mean, you can't get rid of close haters in plain sight. The reality is the Bible said that he was going to prepare a table for you in the presence of the close haters. So, you know, you kill people with kindness better than killing them with meanness or revenge. So, I mean, if you want to remove them in love, then you could do that. But don't think that you removing these haters stops the other haters that will come after these haters. Sometimes you just got to let haters watch, and soon they'll get tired of watching, or too jealous to watch, or too angry to watch, and they'll walk away on their own. Or they'll just end up watching God bless you, and that's all right too. When will you do church service again? I do not know. I'm a secret weapon, y'all. He doesn't pull me out often for church service on Sundays, because I'm his secret. I'm his secret weapon. So yes, see, Noels, I like that. Haters are also benefactors. I like that. Yes. Yes, you're a benefactor. Yes, indubitably. That's how you get rid of them with love. I want to thank you for being a benefactor in my life. Ishandai. I want to thank you for being a blessing to me without even knowing it. You don't even know how much of a blessing you have been being, but I want you to know you've been a blessing. Oh, yes. A benefactor in my life. Yes. I like it. I think it's good. I'm here for it. Mentoring is necessary. Yes, agreed. Yes, sometimes you need to keep your Judas close. Indubitably. How or where do we book you for speaking engagements? You can book me through, oh, no, my website's down right now. You can send an email to corajakescoleman@gmail.com. It'll be back up here soon, but we've just been watching these variants, you know, and so I don't want to tell you that I'm coming and I'm not, you know, because COVID is real and ain't nobody got time. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hallelujah. Okay, guys. If there's not any more questions, I'll get out of your hair a half hour early. Okay, so This is our time to bring things to a close. If you've been blessed today, if you have laughed today, if you've been encouraged today, and you are asking yourself, how can I be a blessing to Cora? Give me social media currency. Give me monetary currency. Whatever is in your heart to be current in, give it to me that I may grow and develop, and people will continue to watch me, and more people will come, and we will have a cruise ship instead of a cruise boat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we want to enlarge our ship, okay? We want to enlarge our ship. And so I want you to give me social media currency. Follow me, subscribe, subscribe, and follow all of the things, okay? You can bless me by going to my Cash App. It is all below in Facebook, in Twitter, and on YouTube. It is below. If you would like to bless me in a financial way, you are able to do that as well. You're feel free to give whatever you would like to give. I am going to pray for you, and we're going to get out of here. It is Crew Boo prayer time. And so let me get us some good prayer time music going. All right. This is my Pandora Maverick City Music Play station. Father God, we thank you. We thank you for being the deliverer of our hearts. We thank you for teaching us today of spiritual adulting and growing and developing, God, beyond our wildest imaginations. God, we thank you right now, even for your light in dark places. We thank you right now for strengthening our souls in times where we feel weak. Your strength is made perfect when we are weak, God. So we come to you tonight in our weakened hearts, in our devastated hearts, in our broken hearts, in our weary hearts, in our tired hearts, in our heavy hearts, God. And we ask you to be the mender. We ask you to be the lifter. We ask you to be the strength. We ask you to be the puller, the pusher. God, we thank you right now for being the mender of our souls, the mender of our hearts. We thank you right now for lifting us up, God, from every situation and problem. We thank you for coming in like a flood against the enemy, God. I thank you right now that when he comes in, you come in, God. And I thank you right now for that standard that's built against him. I thank you for no weapon formed against us being able to prosper. I thank you for the authority that you have given us to tread and trample over serpents and scorpions and to overcome all of the power of the enemy. I thank you that no weapon, God, that can come against us, that it cannot prosper. I thank you that every tongue that rises against us, God, that it is condemned. I thank you, God, that there is truth that is being revealed and exposed even now, God. I thank you right now for moving our agenda and our motives out of the way, that your will may be made perfect in us, that your will may go before us, that your will may stand beside us. God, I thank you for your blood covering our children, your blood covering our marriages, our homes, our ins and our outs, God, our comings and our goings, wherever our feet trod, God. I decree and declare that blessings will be activated. I decree and declare that conviction shall be at our feet, that it will cause us to walk in the steps that have been ordered for us, God, where our steps are ordered by the Lord. In the name of Jesus, we declare that every condemnation that has been brought against us, God, that your justification, your redeeming power shall be the name that we use, God. Your power that redeems us, your power that saves us, the name of Jesus be praised, God, over our lives. The name of Yahweh be praised over our minds, over our situation, over our circumstance, over our trouble. I thank you, God, right now for breaking chains and yokes of the enemy. I thank you, God, right now for moving us out of position that is not your will and that is not in aligned with your way, God. I thank you for moving people out of our lives and moving things out of our life that mean us no good. I thank you for teaching us what our appetite is spiritually, that we may be able to to eat the way that we need to eat. I thank you, Lord God, that when you see us, you'll see us as solid. You won't see us as children, God, that still need milk, but you will see us as solid. I thank you, Lord God, for putting us in a solid season. I thank you right now, God, for putting us in a substantial season. And I thank you right now, God, for what you're going to do, what you have already done concerning us. I give you praise, glory, and honor for it already being done. Everything that the enemy meant for evil being turned around for the good. I thank you that all things work together. Every single thing, God. There isn't a thing that doesn't work together for the good of those who are called. So, God, I pray that you call us. I pray that you call us enough so that all things work together for the good. I thank you, God, that you'll love us enough and we'll love you enough that all things will work together for the good. I thank you right now, God, that all things that the enemy meant for evil is turning around for our good. And so we decree and declare that we will walk in the good. We decree and declare that we will move in the good. We decree and declare that we will embrace the good. We decree and declare that we will move in the good and have in the good and have our being and abundance in the good, that we will live more abundantly in the good. I thank you, God, for what you're doing. I thank you, God, for what you are saying. I thank you, God, for how you are building and how you are breaking and how you are crushing and how you are chastising. And I thank you, God, for your blow. Your blow of fire, God, into our homes, God. Blow your fire into every crevice. Blow your fire into every open thing. Blow your fire, God, that you may seal every open thing that's not meant to be open closed, that you may open everything that needs to be open and be it open, God. I thank you for it now, and I believe that it is so. And because of the blood of Jesus and because of the name of Jesus, so it is. Amen and amen again. We give you praise and we give you glory. Amen. Listen, I want you to speak well because the power of life and death is in your tongue. Whatever you speak, you will see. I want you to think well because God can do exceedingly and abundantly above anything you could ever ask or think. And as long as you are speaking well, as long as you are thinking well, you should be able to produce well. I am loving you, so it should be really, really easy for you to do the same. Until we meet again, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. All right, and we'll talk soon.